Hello everyone, it's me, Clayton. I just got back from watching Miss Bala, starring Gina Rodriguez. Now this film is a remake of a 2011 Mexican film, and unfortunately the charm of that film and its subversive take on a crime drama is completely lost in this remake. Despite a great performance from Gina Rodriguez and another great performance from Anthony Mackie, it's about as generic and cliched of a revenge film as you can imagine. But let's get to the story, shall we? Gina Rodriguez plays Gloria, a makeup artist who decides to meet up with her friend Suzu, who's competing in a beauty pageant in Mexico. Unfortunately, things go awry and she's captured by a Mexican cartel. Her friend ends up missing, and she ends up spending the whole film trying to find her friend while also juggling plots between the criminal gang she's taken in by, as well as U.S. government officials who are trying to have her seek out a mole inside their operation. And that's all I'll say about the story without spoiling anything. But let's just say that this film seems to have pretty much no original ideas in its body. Every single plot point that you've seen in these kinds of crime films is here full force. And it feels like the plot is not only incredibly predictable, but also just very hard to take seriously. It's not just the fact that it uses every cliche in the book, it's also the fact that it really doesn't do anything new with them. You've seen these characters before, you've seen these scenarios before, and even the action scenes, which are usually the high points of these films, play out like every single film of this type that you can think of. Now, Gina Rodriguez does a good job as Gloria. She's very convincing in the role. She's got a lot of moments that made me legitimately empathize with her, and I do think Rodriguez can be a good action star given a good script, but the script here is definitely not award-winning in any sense of the imagination. Another big problem with the film is that it really seems to favor shock value over any sort of meat in the story. It certainly has its fair share of explicit content, but it relies on it way too much when it really could have spent more time developing its characters and getting us to care about them. Now, it does try that a little bit with some of them, but any attempt at character development and any attempt at any sympathy really doesn't work in the end of it. Because the character development either goes to characters that are impossible to care about, or ones that end up not mattering in the end anyways. Now, I appreciate the fact that it tried to go for a different take on a Mexican drug cartel action film, but the original pretty much handled all of the things that this remake does a million times better. Especially since certain scenes are shot for shot the same, and even in the shot for shot comparisons, you can tell where one succeeded, where this one failed. Now, I understand that there isn't a lot of originality in certain parts of Hollywood anymore, and sometimes these remakes are going to be made no matter what, but you need to expect some form of originality to come with them. And with this, it follows every single trend that the original had without doing much in the way that's actually new. And because of that, Miss Bala was kind of a disappointment for me. I give Miss Bala a 5 out of 10. See you next time.